Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey Johan, welcome. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna Gauranga. Everybody, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoy the chanting here. Krishna. Yes, I feel shelter already. Hey, what happened here? Here we go. Hare Krishna. Jai Jesus. Srila Prabhupada. Jesus. Srila Prabhupada. Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama Krishna. Oh boy. Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari, Gauranga Nityananda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi Gora Bhaktivinoda. Thank you for coming, everybody. So nice to chant together here. Krishna, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama Rama. Hari Krishna. Ooh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh man, this is so great. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. All right, let's try some of this here. Oh yeah, here she is. All right. chanter. All right, man. This lady can chant Hare Krishna, man. You want to learn how to chant Hare Krishna? Just watch her, man. I do. And Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's try another one here. Try this one here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh my Lord Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Radhe Govinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord Krishna, Radha, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, wow. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord. Oh, wow. Oh, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Oh my Lord. Oh. Ah, whoa. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wow, what a shelter this is. Oh my God. I could take this name to hell and it would be no problem. It'd be cool down there, man. I'll tell you, man. You can associate with snakes or anything, man, but just give me this name, man. Oh, man. This is the hood, man. I want it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. You know, I got this, realized I've been chanting here, and I realized, wow, this name never changes in that sense. It changes but doesn't. It's the same. It was the same being chanting it 5,000 years ago. It was the same chanting it 550 years ago when the Lord revived it in the other devotees. Same kind of shelter. And it's the same now. And the only thing that differs is the dress, the external, the bodies, the civilizations change, but the medicine is the same. The shelter is the same. Yeah, it's like when Jesus or Paul, St. Paul said, Jesus is the same before and today and in the future forever. It's the same shelter. The thing that changes the dress, it's like we don't have to change the dress. You just apply the same medicine. See, the medicine is always eternal. See, it's eternal. Whether you have a sannyasi dress or a householder dress or no dress at all or a t-shirt, the main thing is the medicine. Is it effective? See, and so when people forget to use the medicine or they don't see its effect, then somebody has to come again to reestablish it. It's always the same. It always works. See, so when devotees come here, they show the world, hey, this is really effective medicine. It really works good for any situation. Here we're born in this time now, or right now 2020 is. We got demon rulers coming, draconian, new world orders and all that. I still apply the medicine and it works really good. Really good. And these people, poor people, don't have this medicine or they don't know about it. You're suffering so much because that's all they see. See, they don't see the eternal truth, eternal shelter. God's name, practically, non-religious, I was hearing these people, a lot of people, they believe in God, but they just got to make it so sectarian, like only Jesus, only Jesus. Well, this also works. We prove it works, huh? We prove that. Hey, man, Krishna is worthy, man. Krishna. Chanting his name works is fantastic, man. Hey, same tears were here 550 years ago, yeah? Same laughter, same joy. See, you just apply the medicine now, even with just all that changed is the dress. It's external, that's why. Hey, man, the main thing is applying the medicine, and to relish it, to taste that, and the effects of it. Otherwise, it's a big show, right? Show bottle. Look at him prancing on the stage. Ooh, wow. Oh, he's got the same dress that they had. See, that's the thing. Everybody's got the same dress. See, it's a cultural thing. They think, Krishna consciousness is cultural. I'll wear the same dress they wore 550 years ago or in India. But they don't have this effect. See, we have the effect. They got the dress. See, but the main thing is the effect. That's the essence. Is to chant the holy name in ecstasy, right? That's the main thing. The dress changed, It's a dress. People put emphasis on the dress and not the effects of the medicine. They look, see, so then it becomes external. See, that's external. But this is internal. The same people are seeing the same effect, more or less, mostly more. That was happening before, and that's the main thing. That's what gives us faith in the name, really. Otherwise, you have faith in the dress. How long will that last? How much juice does that give? This is where the juice is. Whether you're in a t-shirt or that's why devotees, you go when you start tasting this wonderful mantra. It gets you internal. You realize the essence of everything. It's like, and what's external is like, well, I can't meditate on that. I got to meditate on this. God is eternal. His name is eternal. What a joy to feel that shelter. There's nothing like it. There's no happiness like this. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hey guys, Dean, Karuna, Freddie, Evo, welcome. Who else we got out here? Madhusudan and Lee Smith. All right, Dean Smith. Lee Smith must be your brother or something, huh? Oh God, we got a lot of people. All right, welcome everybody. All right, just wanted to say that. Isn't that nice? We got a medicine that you get the same. It's just like being back then, 500. That's why we can feel it, because they were chanting in ecstasy and we're chanting in ecstasy. We're part of the brotherhood now. Isn't that nice? Part of the family. And we can help others who want to be part of the family. You got to come to become an ecstatic chanter to become really part of the family. Until then, just hang on. Get purified. Go through the baptism. So you can transform into a butterfly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Sri Krishna, Radha Krishna, and Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and all your wonderful associates. Thank you for bringing us and making us part of your transcendental family forever, no matter what clothes we wear. We might be born again some other time. Maybe we'll be wearing, who knows what. Doesn't matter as long as you got this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, I want to share this with everybody. They got to get this. Oh man, this will make everybody happy. Come on, you guys, you got to help. We all got to do this. Do our parts. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. It's really good to be born at this time, because you can't get any shelter outside now. That's all closing in. It's like closing in on us, and this is the only place to go. I love it, man. Man, it just really makes you focused. You can't get any shelter out there. You can't depend on anything external. Everything's cheating. I mean, really cheating you out there, man. This is Krishna, showing, hey, man, you can't depend on, having a good situation. You may come into a good situation for a while, and then it changes into a bad situation. It becomes from a fairy tale into a horror story. Back, you never know. That's why you got to get out of this cycle of birth and death. You can't depend on it. Right now, it's flipped into a horror story. Yeah, and look at us, people that are tasting this nectar. Look at they smile. Look at Lolita. She's smiling, happy. I'm happy. People even coming, chanting, happy. Isn't that great? What a great! We should bottle this and sell it for $1 million a pop. Right, River? Hey, you beautiful girl. Isn't it nice to see River? There she is. Hi there. She's probably not in a good mood. Yeah, back and forth right now. It's okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. You know what I like about, with Krishna, man, it's just like the sayings of Jesus, like he's the same today, is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yeah, Krishna makes it even more tangible and clear to me. I mean, I love it, man. Pick up the eternal name and you really feel it, man. You really feel the name. All the devotees, all of them. Jesus Christ is forever. Haridas is forever. And you get the knack to just remember their names, and there they are, man. Chant their pastimes, and there they are. You're right there with them, because they're forever, man. They made it. The devotees made it. Prabhupada is also forever. All eternal associates. It's only those who identify with the external, they come and go. They're not really worthy to remember. That's why false acharyas, what are they, They come and go. They're not remembered. Because they're mundane. What good is a mundane thing? I mean, look, when you remember even a devotee, you become ecstatic. Right? So that's where Krishna's thinking, hey, man, only my devotees make me ecstatic. They're part of my ecstatic potency. So they're the only ones that I want to remember. So if it's good for him, it's better for us. Yeah. Could you imagine you get living devotees? We have in our Sangha eternal immortals. We have saints in our Sangha, man. You start chanting the holy name in ecstasy, man. There you go. You got your sainthood. You don't even think about it. It's not like, I'm a saint. No, just Krishna says, hey, man, I'm choosing your temple, man. I'm living there. Anything I touch becomes pure enough to purify the universe. It just comes with the territory. You get Krishna and Radha, They touch everything through you, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Are you ready for that kind of surrender? I'm starting to trust it more and more. I think, yeah, okay, man. Let me just surrender to you, okay? Yeah, it works. It's good, man. No better feeling, no better happiness. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord, oh God, it's so good. Oh my lordships. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, this is really hard to contain, man. I don't know how. It's like, how do you contain this joy, man? God's joy. Oh, it is so full to overflowing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I just love this, the demons, they're serving. They're so hard work. They got to do, make this new world order, man. Generational things, man. Hard work, man. Oh, it's like, all this energy and technology and all this terrible things they had to do, and the suffering and killing and murders and plans, dastardly, all that work, and and with God, He just overturns it effortlessly. He said here, in His joy, His blessings, everything just wipes all that out, wipes it clean slate. What a wonderful thing, man. Easy peasy, man. Easy peasy. Oh, my Lord, you're so fabulous. Oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wherever Radha and Krishna is, guaranteed victory. Victory. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Wherever you see devotees, that's where the true God is, the true Lord. Yeah. Whether it's Jesus, Haridas, it's amazing. We need the devotees, the real devotees, man, because that's where God is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, oh my Lord. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. How about both? That's why you're not a sahaja if you can laugh and cry at the same time. No, not even a sahaja can do that, man. Only if God is in your body can that happen, right? You show me any sahaja that can laugh and cry at the same time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yesterday we were reading, Haridas was just going around, chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy. Same kind of symptoms, very similar. You can totally relate. You just go around laughing and crying, going about. And people were seeing them and say, "Oh wow," they crowd around listening because it's uncommon to see that. And back then, it was probably a little more pious than it is nowadays. There's a lot of stuff, that you come across. I know, when we come across it, in the 550. See, people were more into austerity. They did that more, especially in India. They had more austerities and renunciation. So you see that in the pastimes. But here, and then you look now and say, well, that's really hard to do, sense control and all that stuff. But you apply the medicine as, that's all external too. That's just part of the culture was sannyasis and austerities and stuff like that. But the medicine works even though you're not perfectly austere. You don't have to be. It's all external. See? external. This is the main thing. Medicine for Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. It's just so amazing. It's all about relationship, isn't it? Isn't it nice to get together with somebody, and then what comes from that spontaneously, is like wonderful. And that's what you do with chanting. To me, it's like that. It's just get together and start chanting and getting together with God, and beautiful things, just like a flower, just bloom. Beautiful realizations and understandings and communication. This is, if you communicate with God, then you're satisfied fully. Then you don't have to be, worried about being alone, because now people are alone because they're not really feeling God. That's why they're looking externally. Oh yeah, let me find somebody so I'm not alone. But then you're still alone. Really, we're looking for this kind of, satisfaction of finding God ultimately, So there he is. He's right here in his name, man. Thank you, Lord, man. Wow. I feel so blessed. So blessed. May you all be blessed also. You are. I don't even have to say it, man. Anybody coming here, automatically blessings exude from the devotees who chant the holy names, especially in ecstasy. It's like a juicy fruit. Yeah, like Johan says, even the Vaidhi path is very hard. Everything's hard. Except this. Yeah, the whole thing is that when you make it to the ecstatic stage of chanting, then everything becomes easy. The chanting becomes easy. The blessings become easy. The purification becomes easy. The inspiration becomes easy and fulfilling. The spiritual power becomes just, the transcending illusion becomes like a cutting through butter, like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, like crossing the ocean. When you have this relationship with the Lord, it's like crossing the water and the hoof print of a calf. Okay? Otherwise, very hard to cross. All the Vaidhi stuff is just to meet these kind of devotees and develop faith in Satchidananda. This is just Satchidananda, man. Sat, the devotees, when you chant in ecstasy, you're eternal. Your body now, even though people see it, but it's spiritual now. So it's Sat, eternal. Okay? And Chit, full of what? Knowledge. What is it we're talking about? All knowledge. True knowledge, the essence of all knowledge, the essence of what is life about, right? To find true happiness, where true love, true happiness, find this relationship with God, man. That's Chit. That's the essence of all knowledge. That's why even simple things, truths, are relishable to devotees. Oh, why? Because of the Ananda. See, Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Man, you got all those three, you got everything. Show that to the world, and then they get an instant blessing. You just see a devotee like that. Oh, you've been blessed. Because you don't see such an Ananda everywhere. It's just not rare. Yeah. Well, I see a liberated devotee in that state. Bhagavan realizing, not just Brahman, not just Paramatma. No, Bhagavan, relishing the name of God. Ooh. The pastimes of the Lord in ecstasy. What a conjugal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. See, this is the real thing. This is not sahaja. This is not tantric. It's not sexual. The karuna. You don't get it. This is soul to the supreme soul. It's nothing to do with the material body. Good. He says he gets it. Okay, we'll test you on that. My vow is that you make sure you get it in this life here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, it's from the heart above. See? This is Krishna, the energy, Krishna rising into the heart, man. That's why it's pure, man. It's so pure, so clean, so really deep cleaning, deep cleansing. Krishna rising in the heart. It's a liberated stage. That's what we promote, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. It's so nice to have a fairy tale manifest, the forever one. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Well, let's read it a little bit here. Boy, it's so nice to get together every day. I woke up a little bit early, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to do. This is the most fun thing I could think about. And nobody was online, so I snuck in. I'm sorry, Janaki. You know me. I get up sometimes. The middle of the night. So I don't know. Let's just let's see what's up here. I don't know, this is just up here. Let's try this out here. Divinity and Divine Service. Ugrasena, Ugrasra, Sutta Goswami, the son of Ramana Maharshan.
Professional mode.
Being fully satisfied by the perfect questions of the Brahmanas, thanked them and thus attempted to reply. Srila Sutta Goswami said, Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto that great sage, Shukadev Goswami, who can enter the hearts of all. Who can enter the hearts of all. When he went away to take up the renounced order of life, sannyas, leaving home without undergoing reformation by the sacred thread, or the ceremonies observed in the higher castes, his father, Vyasadeva, fearing separation from him, cried out, "O my son, indeed only the trees which were absorbed in the same feelings of separation echoed in response to the bereaved father. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Shuka, the spiritual master of all sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who out of his great compassion for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest regions of material existence, spoke this most confidential. Oh my goodness. Spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having personally assimilated it by experience. Wow, what a verse. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Shuka, the spiritual master of all the sages. The son of Vyasadeva, who had a great compassion for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest regions of material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having assimilated it personally by experience. My God, you could see that. I can see that. And looking at the world, and people are struggling. They don't have this knowledge. See, this is the essence of knowledge. They're trying to, be happy in this way, that way, where they're struggling with the demons are struggling, for supremacy, and the demigods are struggling against them and they're struggling against each other. See, and here the devotees of the Lord, they write and they speak the cream of the essence of all knowledge that nobody knows. See, it's the knowledge you get. This is why people here are getting the ultimate result, because we're taking the highest truth, spontaneous devotion. See, not preaching rules, regulations, other external things. We're taking the cream of the understanding so that people get real knowledge and get really focused on what's really important. What is the goal of Vedic knowledge? What is the goal of following all those rules, regulations? What's the goal of human life? Is to intimately relate to God. Just what we're talking about this morning. Just sharing. This chanting Hare Krishna, simple thing like that in communion with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he's a person, man, because you're relating to him by chanting his name. That's why you want to know who has Bhagavan realization, who chants that name with communion, who's communing with Radha and Krishna, who has that communication going. Because their communication with you or others in the world will be based on that relationship. It's transcendental and wonderful, and there's no greater relationship to be had in this universe, no greater understanding to be had that comes from that. Why, you listen to those persons, man, do they point you? Do they redirect you into where, the ultimate happiness is? Yeah. It's a great verse. I love this verse. Where is it? Spoke this most confidential sublimate. See? This is why we gotta hear this. See, you gotta hear it from a devotee who has assimilated it by personal experience. They lived life. They grappled with Maya. They realized where the real shelter is personally, by experience, committed to it, dedicated to it, realized its truth about it. See, become like faithful in it because it works. They realize it works. See? Now that's who you have to hear from, right? Just automatically. Then you say, oh, wow. People are teaching all kinds of other knowledge, but the people need to know the cream if they want to easily cross over this illusion. Everybody else is struggling. Again, the struggle thing, this makes it easy. Wow, all you have to do is come and show up and hear from a person empowered by the Supreme Lord in the disciplic line. And you're doing something more important, more powerful, more truthful, more clear, more logical than any other activities. Here, because you can hear here a knowledge and information that you can't get just anywhere out there. You can't get this from the politicians. You can't get this from the CDCs. This is the cream of truth, the cream of the Veda, of the goal of life is understood in these kind of association. Just understanding it gives happiness to the heart. See, why could Sukadeva Goswami penetrate the hearts of everyone? Because this knowledge relates to everyone. It's good for the demons, it's good for the demigods. The Lord is in there, it wakes him up. That's why you see our Bhagavatam is filled with demons sometimes, where they're woken up. Look, the Bali Maharaj was a demon. He woke up. Vamanadev came, woke him up. Prahlad woke him up. See? Prahlad Maharaj was a demon. Narada Muni came, woke him up. See, he penetrates the hearts of even demons or demigods. That's why you become, when you understand this knowledge, when you can assimilate it, when you've realized it, when you relish it, you become as good as the Lord in that sense. The Lord is living with everybody, demons and everything. He doesn't judge anybody. Okay? And you don't react in that sense. You see the Lord is with everybody, and then he can, he's just waiting for, the people to wake up, and the way he does it for everyone is he sends these kinds of persons. Who, what do? Transmit the essence of the truth. This is why when you're ready to wake up, Jesus woke people up by giving them the essence of knowledge. Listen to a devotee, listen to the message being given. If it's the confidential one, you're going to wake up. If it's the external one, it'll be like a Moses thing, very hard, very difficult, a lot of mandates. See? If it's like our line up to the point of now, basically, it's still hard, rules, regulations, mandates. If it's the world, especially now, lots of mandates, lots of control. You want to control everything, and people want to get in their bodies even. Control people. Hook them up to AI and be, It's a horror story. It's a bad dream. That's my, it's like we dream, right? Sometimes you have a good dream and sometimes a bad one. Right now, the Lord is having a bad dream, and we're participating or not. Yeah. Let's see what Prabhupada has to say in the purport here. So, in this prayer, Sutta Goswami practically summarizes the complete introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural supplementary commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. The Vedanta Sutras, or the Brahma Sutras, were compiled by Vyasadeva with a view to presenting just the cream of Vedic knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural commentary on this cream. Sri Sutta Goswami was a thoroughly realized master of the Vedanta Sutra, and consequently, he also personally realized the commentary. See, you could look at, well, he was intelligent scholar. No, he had his relationship with God. It's all in the relationship, man. He understood, yeah, you're the one that the whole world is looking for. You're transcendental. I'm also spiritual and transcendental. I meant my whole life, all these incarnations, from being a microbe all the way up to a human being, is meant to realize you, my relationship with you, and be freed forever. It's like devotees here. Look how effortlessly they're becoming free, having their eternal relationship awakened. Isn't that real? That's the example here. That's the preaching here. Hey, man, anybody want their eternal relationship with God? That's the whole purpose of life. Very few people can clearly point that out. See, point. See, point to the essence. Pointer. You ever see those laser pointers? They point directly, right? Like a laser. See, that's this preaching here. Point you, what is the essence? What is the essence of life about? Everybody's talking about all kinds of other stuff, fluff. Same thing, you often listen to people in Vaishnavism or religions. They're talking about all the fluff and other things and not clear. I hear that a lot when I listen to people speak about Krishna consciousness. If they haven't realized the goal, they're not really focused on it. They're focused on all these other things. Rules, regulations, ceremonies, and tomorrow's Ekadasi, and this is all the external ceremonies, not on the essence. So I love the essence. And, we get people who also like the essence. Those who don't, they come here and they say, what do they say? Why aren't you talking about rules? Prabhupada did. He came about, why aren't you into Varnashram Dharma? Well, that ain't the essence. We're into the essence. You want Varnashram Dharma? There are a lot of gurus out there, thousands now in ISKCON. They'll tell you all about all that stuff. Here we're into essence. You're going to hear the real Bhagavatam here. There you don't. Unless they realize these things. But generally not, They can't help it. Unless love of God awakens in your heart, you can't understand things clearly, right? It's just not clear. That's why you got to go to the devotees who have, and then you get purified by their word. Clears away all that cobwebs that you picked up by listening to people that haven't realized the truth.
Thanks for using.
I'm going to put this aside for a little bit here. Hare Krishna. So, and consequently, he also personally realized the commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam. See, that's why you got to be with a realize. So realize the commentary. What it, where is it all pointing to? That's what you hear here. That's the unique thing about it. I tell you where, the devotees, what I've seen in ISKCON, they're still talking about, oh yeah, Varnashram Dharma rules, regulations, ceremonies, and this is this appearance day and that appearance day. See, all of that. Is that the essence? No. I got to start right off and say, hey, that's not the real Bhagavatam. That's where Veda Vyas, he did enough of that, and he says, oh, God, I taught all those things, and my heart's still not happy. See, now we're getting to the essence. My heart's not happy with everything. Yeah. So until those devotees realize my heart ain't happy, okay, now you're ready to meet a bona fide spiritual master. That was all practice. Your gurus aren't telling you the essence. They don't know the essence themselves. They're just carry on the tradition. They're, had some association with Prabhupada or his, just kind of ordinary devotees, nothing special. Not just tradition and rules. I mean, religion has always been. Where's the uncommon preceptor? See? Where's the Shukadev, who's realized the essence, the natural commentary? Where they say, oh, wait a second. That's where Bhagavatam started. Okay, so you come here, you start to hear the real Bhagavatam. See, the real Bhagavatam is you're hearing the cream, the essential, the essence of all truth. You see where the conversation with Ramananda Roy started with Lord Chaitanya. The Lord said, "Tell me something more than the Varnashram Dharma. Tell me something more intimate, more deep. See, this is more interesting. See, that's called spiritual greed. Got to have it. Otherwise you'll just stay there. So within these ranks of those persons, there's a few people that are ready. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just here by default. I was like me. When I came to Krishna consciousness, I didn't come for the rules. I mean, that didn't attract me. No, I can't. I chanted. I contacted Prabhupada by one verse. I said, "This guy knows God," just like I felt with Jesus. Just the contact with the verse immediately had an awakening. One verse. Can you imagine reading one verse in Srila Prabhupada's books, and in 2 minutes I was down at the temple. I said, "Here's everything. I want to be a devotee." See? And then I start chanting. Then I immediately enter this chanting. See, the essence was right there. Immediately my communion with God awakened, the ecstasy, and immediately reading the books, I felt, this is my tribe. I feel home. See, that's the essence. Now, it would have been nice to meet somebody who would just, oh yeah, you found the essence. Nobody said that. The opposite. Immediately, the temple president comes over and says, immediately, you are an offender and offensive. How dare you cry in the temple chanting Hare Krishna? That is so offensive. See, and it was all downhill from there. She's going.
You're gone, Guru Maharaj. Few seconds. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
So we're back. Okay. Yeah. So this is why, Prabhupada came, because there's a need now. So it's perfect. It took years to get through this and that. See, this like Shukadev. See, he assimilated it by personal experience. Had to assimilate all these lessons, understand what is the essence, again, and then preach that now. Am I here? Is this working now? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So there is no point. Oops. There's no point in arguing that a materialistic man can be happy. No materialistic creature, be he a great Brahmin or insignificant ant, can be happy. Everyone tries to make permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. Yeah, happiness is this relationship. See, that's the essence. Everybody's looking for happiness out here. Oh, more family members, more babies, and never, just become more troubles. More money, more troubles, more this, more that, all external, more burdens, more laws. See, the need for more laws is because people are more external, and they're not happy, So here in this relationship, this is where you become sovereign. People they're looking to be sovereign bodily. No. You want to be sovereign. You got to be complete with the Lord. That is the essence. Here we teach completion with the transcendental Lord, that everybody has that potential. See, then you're sovereign. I'm sovereign in God. See, because the Lord is the light, and I'm the little light that belongs together with that transcendental light. Okay, now there's sovereignty. See, because the Lord he owns everything. He's the proprietor of everything. This is realization, knowing it, and everybody else is trying to usurp the Lord's opulences or exploit them. They all belong to the Lord. That's why, that's the whole lesson of life. I mean, Bill Gates will struggle with this and trying to, control everything. He doesn't really own anything. But the more money he gets, the more illusion he gets. And that goes for everybody. So nobody's sovereign. He wants to control everybody. People like that. That's the whole thing. They want to track and trace and control and manipulate, mold everything into manage everything. And it's already everything's managed already. All we have to do is be stewards and participate. This is the new world order. I'm telling you, this is the real thing. This is so real that this will prevail, because that is such an illusion that is so hard for everybody, that nothing but fear is in that realm. There's fear. Here, Lord Chaitanya taught, when you're disconnected from God, when you in disconnect, fear takes over. That's why these persons are in fear. The demons are in fear. And they control others by fear. That's their weapon. And there's no fear. The fear disappears because, we're sovereign now. I'm sovereign in God, man. I'm whether the body is here, you just change the temple, Temples, these temples, they come and go, but the realization of who we are stays forever. We're soul winners here. Win your soul back put it back at the feet of the Lord forever. It's the greatest place to be, the greatest place to live, this consciousness. Yeah. To live in the devotee's words, Prabhupada's words, his life. We can even discuss his words. I love it. You read the verses, read the word for word, more comes, and purports. It's endless truth conversation, pointing our minds, our hearts, our consciousness into the truth, living in the truth. This is why these sadhu sanghas are so great and so long, because it's so interesting. Everybody's dissipating your energies with illusions, and this is increasing our energy, increasing our understanding, our happiness, our spiritual potency. Why? Because this is true. It's true forever. All that stuff comes and goes. All these things people are meditating on come and go. See, and then you just create another life in that illusion. Again and again and again, and all the karma. You got to go to Yamaraj. You got to judge you. Well, you've been look at all these people you killed, Mr. Gates. Sorry, you pulled the wool over people's faces then, but you don't do that now because you got to come before him, right? We're saved from that. Yamaraj has no jurisdiction over us here. We're not like that. He's got no jurisdiction. He's only for him. These guys with all their money, all their wealth, all their worshipers, they all go before this judge, Yamaraj, and say, well, you did this pious thing, and then you can you get your little brownie points in heaven, and then you've got to suffer in hell, for these things. And so this back and forth, this is karma. See? Where's the karma here? We destroy the karma. See, with what? The truth set people free. What did Jesus say? The truth will set you free, right? And it's not just the truth. Oh, you little demons out there, you're lying to people. Isn't that what the people? Oh, you're just lying. You're deceiving others. Well, yeah, of course, they always do that. What demons do. That ain't the kind of truth. You need this truth is the best. This truth will get you out of the whole cycle. That won't. Because they don't know the goal of life. We do. This is the truth Jesus Christ was talking about. He said, I had more truth to tell you, but you can't bear it. That's this truth right here. You're hearing right now. This is the truth that Prabhupada's putting in his books that people don't understand as Ritviks and as living false gurus. I say false. If you can't deliver your disciples into Vrindavan, you're false. We got a gold standard now, and that's just the way it is. Deliverance is here. My disciples are being delivered, and you can see it with your own eyes, and if you can't quite see it, we'll make it clear. I'll tell you by the book and by their own experience, which they'll stand up and say, yeah, this is my life is revolutionized, just like the book confirms. A revolution in your life is when you're delivered, your whole new life, man. So what is this? Please take your clothes off. What is this? What are you saying, Karuna? A lot of times people get confused by your statements. They're a little bit, I'd rather you didn't confuse people. You got to, part of learning about who you are, you got to know who you are and present your intentions and everything, so people know what's going on in your mind, man. I mean, it'd be good for you, and others, to know, what are you doing, man? Like, what am I doing? What is my purpose? So you get naked again with the Lord. It was so beautiful. Yeah, the more clear, the better. So just work on this clarity. Let people know who you really are. I mean, like, without these things, I mean, it just makes me wonder, Okay, great. Okay, so let's see here. So therefore, materialistic world is called the darkest region of God's creation. Therefore, the materialistic world is called the darkest region. Isn't this fantastic? All this discussion you can have with Prabhupada. He's really like showing the highest truth of what is reality, and then you discuss it. It's so great, man. Yeah, so I love this. Yeah, so the material world is the darkest region. What is okay? Okay, I'm going to read this again. It's so good, these things. Okay, and just to show his boundless mercy upon bewildered materialistic men who want to cross completely over nescience, he recited for the first time this confidential knowledge. So that's why you got to meet a realized soul who has crossed. See, how can you cross by somebody who hasn't crossed over? Crossing over is to understand and assimilate this relationship with the Lord, to know it, to know that this is real life, to know that you're alive now. And as a materialistic person looking out at the material world for happiness, it's not it. No. You got to know that life is in God. Life is in, and here, life is in the name of God and the name of devotees and in their teachings. They've realized the essence of truth. They are trustworthy. See? You can't trust anything and anybody else. See? The devotees you can, because they've realized the essence of all life, the essence of truth, the essence of happiness, the essence. So what they say is dependable. See? What Prabhupada is saying, dependable. What devotees say, the essence is dependable. Hare Krishna. So there is no point in arguing that a materialistic man can be happy. No materialistic creature, be he the great Brahman or Brahma or an insignificant ant, can be happy. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. See, you know why? It's simple. We're spiritual. We're spirit. We can't be happy in the world with worldly things. It's superficial. Kind of so friggin' simple, isn't it? That's why you need to know a person that, no, my happiness is what's spiritual. The name of God is spiritual. And the devotees prove it. Otherwise, it ends up becoming just rituals and everything. And people it's just another religion, another dead religion. Christians that are awakened, that have the Holy Spirit, they look at religion like that. Now, that's like Krishna looks. It's still dead. It's not alive. He's the life. Relationship with the awakening of our soul with the Supreme Soul, and dance, that rasa dance. It's a spiritual taste, is life. not relationship to something material, even to rules, regulations. That's why Vedavyas is, why am I unhappy, man? I'm teaching all these rules and regulations. And Bhagavad says, yeah, well, you're not happy because the Lord is only happy, really, with you relating to him personally, his spiritual form. Teach more about the name. Teach in the form of pastimes. People can't understand. They can't understand the deep philosophy. So put it in the form of pastimes. See? And then you listen to a devotee who will explain them at the proper time. You got to hear these things from an experienced devotee who's experienced the Supreme Personality of God. You can see this person has a real relationship. Most people, they don't know how to discern that. Can you believe it? In Christian consciousness, they can't tell that this devotee has realized God. That's the whole problem in essence, isn't it? They can't tell who's realized God or not. All you need is one example. See, now we're preaching who has realized God. It's right there in the book. I use the book. The book Bhagavat tells you who has realized God. See, they have an emotional, spiritual relationship with that name, practically, with the pastimes, with the qualities. See, their preaching is the essence because of personal realization of this relationship. And, those devotees who have realized it, very ecstatic. You won't see them. You go and compare Acharya Dave with a devotee who is chanting the holy name in ecstasy and see who's really realized God. People don't know that. That's why they're baffled by false acharyas. Real Acharya Dave is, or anyone that has that name, Bhaktivedanta Acharya Dave, His Holiness Prabhupada. Hey man, are you in your eternal relationship with God? Well, let's see it. Let's see you chant the holy name in ecstasy, in intimacy, and let's see here you're preaching because of it. If you really are communing with God and not putting chili in your eyes, then you're going to have something in here. Something substantial, something powerful, something essential, something so powerful that wakes others up, their bhakti, their devotion, their intelligence, their happiness, real happiness. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. See? They don't know. They're trying to make a permanent plan for happiness with the world. It's material. It comes and goes. You want to make, hey man, you want to make a permanent plan for happiness? Come here every day and chant with us. That's a permanent plan for happiness. We prove it every day. Isn't it? Permanent plan for happiness. Chant Hare Krishna. Become more and more intimate and ecstatic because of your intimacy with God. Developing, awakening and developing. Now that's a permanent plan for happiness, isn't it? Pretty nice, huh? Oh, let's see. You come here. We won't cheat you in that way. You're going to make a permanent plan for happiness is come to Sadhu Sangha regularly. Now, you're going to have a life of permanence now. That's all we're about here. We're going to win your soul back to God. You're going to be a truly sovereign person. You persons out there looking for sovereignty, you're looking at your plan for sovereignty is material. Oh yeah, I'm going to be, I see these persons that are anarchists and they want to be sovereign, and they think they're going to do it by getting building up all their money, all their wealth. See, and they neglect the spirit. They don't even know they're not clear about how to do it with the spirit. This is how we become sovereign, by being in the transcendental Lord, in this communion. That's what we teach here, isn't it? This is what you're going to get here. This is the jewel, man. This is the valuable treasure. Making your plan for material happiness will never work. It can't work because you're spiritual. That's the thing. We're all spiritual. See, this will work. See, you just come here and make it here. Develop faith in this preaching because this is real honesty, isn't it? Isn't this real honesty? Everything else is more or less dishonest. Everything, even religion, is more or less dishonest. Here, you have possibility to awaken your eternal relationship with that Supreme Lord. Now that's perfect honesty. This is honesty. This is truth, real truth. All right, what else we got here? It's great. Unfortunately, they are so foolish that they do not want to escape. So that's part of our preaching. You see, we turn people's attention. The river of Maya is flowing down there. It's flowing in that material direction. Everybody's supporting that. Demons and demigods, more or less, flowing down the river of Maya. We turn that flow. See, turn the flow into the proper direction. See, and when you enter this river, see, the Lord, you enter the stream of the Lord, and then, the Lord, and then you're sucked in there, man, like the world, right in. Everything becomes that flow. See, that's why it's more powerful. Everybody's flowing down this river of Maya, and everything gets harder and harder and harder. Hey, we're turning that flow into the proper direction. We're meant to flow upwards into God. It's upwards, just use that term. It's just a material, flow up into the Lord. See, be into the Lord. See, we're going up. Isn't it better to go up instead of down? Who wants to go down? See, down always signifies hell, right? Down is down. Upwards is to heaven. See, and up even beyond that is the spiritual dimension. We flow into that. So you don't have to, it's not up or down. It's when you're down, a devotee, when they're down, they're still flowing into God. When they're up in heaven, they're still flowing into God. It transcends all of that. That's its beauty. That's why devotees can be in hell. They're not thinking of going to heaven. They just flow into God in hell. That's why Bali's down there preaching like we're preaching here on earth. Same preaching. You think I'm preaching anything different than Bali? Or Narda? The same thing, right? We're here to wake people up. Why? Because Narda's ecstatically in the Lord. I'm ecstatically in the Lord. Prahlad's ecstatic. We're the same family, right? Lord Chaitanya's in the same thing. It's a family affair, man. Anybody want to come into the family business? Come here. That's what we do here. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful to be in a family business? This is an eternal family business. Jesus's business too. We're in his business. We also here wake people up, right? We're all part of that. A dog. There's some dogs out there. It doesn't sound like a coyote. It sounds like a dog. It's a dog. It's not a. What's a dog doing out? There's nobody out. This is a great place. This is a fantastic place. Nobody around. I feel so safe. Oh, I just was really happy. Janaki's really happy. She likes it here too. We take a bath, and can you imagine you have your own bathtub, man, right here, man, just like right here, and meet some nice people, nice people there. You preach to them a little bit. It's really nice. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's a wolf. Maybe it's close too. Sounds like a walrus. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't this fun? I guess it's so nice to be with everybody here. This is real, Srimad Bhagavatam is greatly pleasing to hear in a society of devotees. Isn't it nice, speak about these things? It's like Prabhupada's here. He said, I'll live forever in my books. He really does. He's here, man. He really is. He loves talks like I'm sure he's really tickled that we're discussing his purports like this. To me, I feel so good, reading his purport and having a discussion about them. This is so relevant to the world.
Just going into association with him while you're reading that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel his consciousness and what he was trying to do, to help people understand. He's seeing like we're seeing, and so we're seeing like he's seeing because we're coming into the flow of the devotional consciousness. All right, so therefore the materialistic world is called the darkest region of God's creation. See, and still it's God's creation, isn't it? People don't know that clearly. They think it's just nature, or it's just no, it's God's creation. It's the darkest region. It's the shadow. It's his shadow. The shadow of God is just cast here, and we're just looking at it. See, that's our problems. See, we become more materially identified looking at the darkest region. See, we don't have to. We're in the darkest region, right? And this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness or of God consciousness, is we're just here now looking at the light. See, looking at the truth. See, we can do this anywhere. Can do this in the spiritual world. What are they doing in Vaikuntha or Vrindavan? They're looking at Krishna, right? Or Vaikuntha, whatever their choice deity is. What do? We're looking over there and being really happy. This is the way it is. This is the life. Isn't it? We just look over there. We do what the people in the spiritual world do. This is the secret. This is what you learn here. How to look into God's light, into the light, just like they do in the spiritual world. And then you get the happiness like this. I'm very happy here, looking at Krishna, looking at truth. See, my unhappiness is when I always looking at the darkness and the illusion. It's poison. It poisons your mind, poisons your feelings. It pushes them down into the materialistic level. See, down. See, this elevates our consciousness. See, a lot of people are trying to go. You see, this is one thing. People are trying to cross over this fear that's being created by the demons right now. But this is really the way this works really good. Everything else is so, because, well, you see, there's speculation there. If you come into a society of devotees who cross beyond speculation, this is the best way. This is the most ecstatic way. This is the permanent way. People they fall down often this other way. But if you get firmly fixed in this, it's the best happiness. It's the best way to cross over the illusion. And it's the easiest also. Speculation is a lot of work, and confusing, and it's a lower thing, it's still demons are in that. See, there's a Trinavarta, the whirlwind. The devotees conquer all these demons so easily. See, by taking shelter of Krishna. Okay? Krishna and his name and his pastimes. Okay? Very easily you cross beyond. These demons don't touch you because you're in God. That's all it is. In the true nature of the Lord. It's very safe, man. People see, this is what the demon, they say, we want to keep you safe. And it's an illusion. It's a lie. You want real safety? Come here, man. Come to Sadhu Sangha. Well, we'll show you. You will experience safety, because that's artificial and false. When people are looking in the world for safety, you're not feeling safe. That you put your body in a prison, you think, I'm safe, I'm safe. No, it's, you know what that's like? And they feel, you're in fear and you're in your house. I just want to be safe, but you're still in fear, right? That's not safety. This is the illusion that people are, they say, well, if you put on your mask, you'll be safe, and you can't even breathe properly and all that. You think, this is safety. It's not. It's a lie. It's like an ostrich. You ever see those ostrich? Danger is coming. And what does it do? A stupid thing. It puts its head in the sand, and its whole body is out there, and it gets mowed down by the danger. Say a lion's after it. A lion comes after an ostrich. What does it do? Oh, I got to be safe. So it does a stupid thing. It puts its head in the sand, and it thinks, well, I'm safe now. This is what they do in the world. Oh, we'll give you safety, but it's not. You're not really safe. Inside, you're feeling fear, and you become controlled by the Lord's Maya, because you're disconnected from your source. We're meant to be powerful Maharatis, man. When we're connected to God, you become like a lion, man. Maya can't mow you down. That's only for the illusionist, for those who are illusioned by the Lord's darkest region. Look at us. We just stick our green lanterns ring right in the Lord, man, and power up. See, that's our connection, is the truth. It's great. Fantastic. Sadhu Sangha, man. Discuss, look to the light, man. Look to the conclusive truth. Look to the way things really are. A lot of power in that, man. A lot of full happiness, full power happiness, full power transcendence, full power purification. All right. So yet the unhappy materialist can get out of it simply, yet the unhappy materialist can get out of it simply by desiring to get out. Unfortunately, they are so foolish that they do not want to escape. Okay? So sometimes some people do, and that's why, like in this kind of situation, they want to escape. That's why people go to drugs. They go to the pharmaceuticals now to get over depression right now. They see this new world order to make you in fear and controlled and manipulated. People want to escape that. How do they do that? Well, some do through suicide. They want to escape. So I think I can escape this fear and this unhappiness by suicide, or by pharmaceutical drugs. Oh, here, take Thorazine, or this Valium, or this this drug, and you'll just well, I guess I feel okay, like that. See, they're trying to escape. Or the other way of escape that the other alternative is compliance. I'll escape this unhappiness, this anxiety I'm feeling because of that, by complying with it. See, it's an escape. But do you really escape? No, this is not. This is the escape here. This is what we offer. This is the alternative. You escape in the truth. Did you want to say something there? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, you escape in the truth. That works. See, you escape the cycle of birth and death, like here, being with devotees who have escaped. Many of us are out of this now, because we do what devotees do in the spiritual world. We're doing this. There's no difference. It's the same. That's why Jesus is the same. Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, Haridas, all these devotees are the same as they were before, as they were in the present and forever. That's the escape, is in the truth, in the name. See? Developing ecstatic worship. It's the escape. You're free. That's why you see the devotees here, like Lalita. You see the freedom there. Why? She escaped in the name. She chants in communion with God. Radha and Krishna are dancing in our heart, man. That's the escape. Escape in them. Isn't this great? The great escape, man. The one that works forever. That's what we have, the keys to the kingdom, my friends. We really do here. And we prove it, not like, oh yeah, look at us, we're dressed, like in the culture 500 years ago, and you see, we look like Lord Chaitanya, we act like Lord Chaitanya, we do the rules and regulations we read, and the ceremonies and the word, but the ecstasy is not there that Lord Chaitanya had, and the devotees had, but it's here. See, this is the essence, is ecstatic worship. That's why the Lord came here. Lord Chaitanya came here to promote ecstatic worship, but he can only do it by example. He showed people, yeah, this is available now because the devotee is doing it. He was doing it. He was teaching that. That was his purpose for coming. Isn't it funny? We're doing the same thing. We're in alignment with his purpose. And that's why you come here. You'll know why the Lord descended. What does Bhagavad Gita say? To those who know why I descend in this world are liberated. Okay? But now you're not only knowing like partially, you're knowing fully why the Lord descended. It becomes really clear. Sometimes it takes generations for people to know why the Lord descended. Well, now it's possible to know and probable to know why the Lord descended, because we teach it by our own example also. Yeah, I know why the Lord descended was to relish this ecstatic worship and to preach that to the world. I know why. By example, you could see why every day you're seeing why the Lord descended, and after a while you'll get it, right? You get it. You see, even Lalita, she knows why the Lord descended, and she preaches it. Yeah, the Lord descended to enjoy the greatest happiness in the world, is communion with God, and demonstrated, showing that. That's why I'm here too. That's why I got, Prabhupada was beaming, man. Yeah, he says, my approval. You do more of this. Oh, yeah. This is what I wanted to see. It's what I want to see, one devotee of mine doing this. From that one devotee, they'll show, and yeah, it's my approval, disciplic line. Hey, man, go for it now. Show the world why the Lord descended. It's time, man. You got my books? Man, I got his books. I got his purports. I got the Goswami book. I just extract the nectar and present that. Taste it, relish it, glorify it. Right? And you guys do the same, we work as a team together. It's great, huh? Family affair, family business, transcendental business. It's nice to see Janaki so happy, She's happy, in her service, And I'm happy too, man. Get a clean motorhome, nice food every day. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Krishna is spoiling me. He just spoils me. I can't believe it. I am so spoiled. I can't believe it. What spoils me with good friends like you guys, deep relationships, my God, to have a person like Lalita in my life. I have this person here is from the spiritual world. Radha and Krishna live in her. Yeah, How Krishna and Radha, they spoil me. I'm so happy to be spoiled too, because it feels so right.
We are all spoiled here.
We're all spoiled.
All spoiled. Oh my God.
It becomes more and more attractive, man. It's just I'm becoming bewildered and bewitched. And I love it, man. You know? It's spiritual. The resident gopis, they just, with Krishna and the residents, and they were in this Vrindavan, but they just like, oh, you know? It's so great, man. It's the Garden of Eden, literally. You know, you get so much protection. The Lord says, and Maya takes her hands off you because, you know what the whole life is about. You know what I'm here to teach. You know, I have a relationship with Maya in that way. You know, it's just, I know her. She knows, she shows me and shows all devotees, she's just here to teach people to look at the light, because you look at her, man, and it's material and it's misery. But, here we've learned the lesson. So, that's why Yamaraj says, you're not karmis anymore. You're not developing action and reaction. You're dissolving your entanglement in the world just by being in the Lord. See, we're in the effective stage. Many of us are in the effective stage of Krishna consciousness. See, that's where your preaching becomes powerful, because you preach revelation and realization, what the Lord shows you. I mean, this is powerful, and this is rare, uncommon, because usually Maya just takes down everybody practically. Very few get through. People in our Sangha are getting through that take it seriously, take shelter here seriously, believe in what we're doing. You could see it, man. People comment, Shamasan yesterday was saying, I feel really protected and all this, because she has faith in what we're doing. She can't always, she comes every day, actually. She watches these things. She gets life and power. Yeah. See, that's intelligence. Intelligence is take shelter of where the devotional potency is being manifest, and it's powerfully being manifest here. Yeah. That's intelligence. If Krishna gives you that intelligence to come and take shelter under this, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I come here every day to take shelter to have this meeting with Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and all the devotees. Yeah, I find that's where real happiness is. That is where real purification is. Real spiritual. Everything is in this. Everything. There ain't no lack, nothing. And everything automatically starts coming. I'm amazed my whole life, just automatically everything. I just stay with this, just stay in God, just be in Krishna, be in Jesus, be in Lord Chaitanya, be in Prabhupada, be in all the devotees, be in them. It's so powerful, potent, so true. Live in the Lord and his devotees. What else is there? Now that's being focused, isn't it? People are scattered all over the place, being in all materialistic, non-liberated souls. They don't even know this, and they're it's like Maya, so attractive, right? People, this person, he's the podcaster, and he's people are attracted to all that, and they can't really do much for you. They're not liberated. Even my disciples, many of them are liberated already. They're liberated. You could see demonstratedly. They chant the holy name in ecstasy. There you go, man. The more bliss and ecstasy you get in chanting, the more potency you're getting, more clarity, more logic, more intelligence, more of all essential items. And in the world, all this non-essential things. See, and people, they're enamored by the Maya. They go, let's listen to this guy and that guy and this person, this lady. Yeah, and they're all an illusion. Not knowing the essence. And you spend your time looking at materialists and materialistic things, more or less, and then you look at religion. So see, we have the gold standard here, so that's why I preach like this. It's already been authorized. Give the gold standard now. Whoever has got, the Lord knows who is meant to come here. Yeah, I want the gold standard now. Yeah, I want the essence to be preached to me. I want to know the real Bhagavatam and not the fluff out there. People, professional Bhagavatam reciters. You're a professional Bhagavatam reciter until you really take shelter of real devotee and hear them. Because if you're going out and saying, I'm a Bhagavatam reciter, and you haven't realized Krishna really, and then you get disciples and they're going, oh, Gurudev, liberate me. There's the hypocrisy. Sorry, they can't liberate you. And if they think they can, they're also bewildered. You got a chance. Everybody needs to know this that's looking for Krishna. Yeah, and Vaishnavas, you need to find a person who chants the holy name with sincere, genuine, ecstatic devotion, just like the Lord did with his devotees 550 years ago. Just like you read in the books, there's the real spiritual master, and there is no other. No other person that has real intelligence like was preached from the beginning. See, that was the beginning. Millions became liberated because they preached ecstatic worship by example. There's your guru now. Gold standard now. Sorry, we don't, preach lesser things or mixtures or alloys. No. Gold standard of Krishna consciousness is here, regardless of, just like I said this morning, hey man, that name was the same 550 years ago as it is now. Here, the only change is the dress. All you see is a sweatshirt and t-shirt. That's the only difference. The ecstasy was the same then as it is now. The realization is the same then as it is now. You want to know what Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna is? This is the place. Without ecstatic worship, you're just speculating. That's why the devotees are in the hard way. This becomes easy. You come here, your life becomes more and more easy, doesn't it? That's the reports I'm getting. The more and more I have shelter in Krishna, I have shelter in Krishna, because you have shelter of the real devotee, living ones here. Living devotees, where the living God is being expressed in the world. And that is powerful. That is enlivening. That's the spark of real life in this world. I get encouraged when I see Lalita. She really likes it. She picks it up, the vibration. You want to learn about vibration? She's the teacher of that. I learned about vibration from her, man. Amy, welcome. Everybody should be friends with Amy. She's really cool. I really like talking with her. She's fun. Deep, too. I mean, she knows the essence, really in the essence, man. I don't know how. She must be past lives, man. This is what I like about what's going on here. You never know what's going to show up or who's going to show up. It's just like it was 550 years. New devotees would just show up, amazing ones, just like here. It's always the same. When Jesus was here, the amazing persons would just show up. The jewels, it's like, Lord Chaitanya said, oh, there's a devotee who's going to show up soon, because he knew, he said, yeah. And it was Pundarik Vijayanidhi, was one of these uncommon devotees. He appeared to be a materialistic Vaishnava. Got all the see. He was spoiled also. Just things would work out for him. He was just easy pleasy. He just always smiling. He just just relaxed. Because he was worshiping God in ecstasy. All devotees become like that. That's why you want to find real happiness. You got to associate with an ecstatic chanter, man. You found the ultimate teacher. Okay? You found the you found the where the treasure at the end of the rainbow is, and you're going to very quickly access it. And I'm not lying either. I proved it with Lolita right here. Proved it. She has faith in this crazy guy over here. These boasts of how fantastic it is and everything, and she's saying, "Yes, he's right. Yes." See, you got to witnesses. You gotta hear where the Lord is really using somebody, and what they say comes true. This is what in the Bible, the Old Testament, there is a person came up to God and said, "How do I know your real prophets from your false prophets, or your real spiritual master from your false ones, or the real Acharya from the false Acharya? How do I know the difference?" And Jesus said, "Oh, that's easy. What my real prophets say comes true. What my real spiritual master says comes true." You see, we don't say many lifetimes, do we? We say this lifetime. I can't say everybody will, it depends on how many coverings that you're attached to, but probably everybody will make progress, and you will feel, if you're really sincere about being here, you will feel yourself progressing. Okay? But many will get ecstasy. And that's encouraging. And it isn't encouraging. Maybe you feel a little jealous, but it's encouraging to see ecstatic devotees. It means, well, it really works here. People are getting through. They're becoming Mahabhagavats even before my eyes. Now, you may be a little jealous, but hey, man, that's encouraging. At least what we're doing is working. Let's see what other gold we can extract out of here. So, unfortunately, they are so foolish that they do not want to escape. Therefore, they are compared to the camel who relishes thorny twigs because he likes the taste of twigs mixed with blood. He does not realize that it is his own blood and his own tongue that is being cut by the thorns. See, that's what happens when you take shelter in the world and worldly people. Their teachings, worldly teachings, people still, their consciousness is in the world, and you look at them, you learn from them. What happens? You don't get free. You get entangled in some level. That's why, there's all these teachers and teachings, and not everybody can accept this teaching. They can't accept this intelligence. See, Jesus even said, "I'm here to teach those who are taught by God." See, in the heart. I know certain people will hear here and they will come. Jesus knew this. Not everybody, not right away. Sometimes it's a generational thing. But those who come will be very happy. They've been looking for this. They're in, like Jesus says, "I have sheep in many different folds." Well, that's the same principle now going. Amy is proof of that. She was just in the world as a waitress and a pom-pom girl, and she heard this message and she said, "Yeah, I was looking for this." See? A good example. Paul saw the same thing. Jesus through Paul says, "Oh, look, the Lord has persons that are in the world, Gentiles, they were just in the world. They heard him. They felt it. Wow, the shelter's here. I've been waiting for this. That's why you see this is happening already again. It's always the same. We reach into, you'll see some Vaishnavas will come that are in Krishna consciousness, in Gaudiya Smriti, Gaudiya Math, and you'll see people, Christians will come, some will be like that. Some will just be in the world and good people, maybe bad people. There'll be some demons. You'll see some of these demons. They're in the Illuminatis. Maybe we'll get some 33rd degrees because we got a better deal than that they can get there. My Lord can exonerate anybody. I'm telling you, man, the power is here. You ask hey man, any of you gurus got an order like that from Prabhupada? Or a blessing like that from Krishna? That people can get their relationship with Krishna in this life? Even the best of the gurus that, or, people think, they say, oh, many lifetimes before you're going to get what we say, you can get it in this lifetime. Just like, wasn't it available 550 years ago? People were getting prema, devotion. Well, it's again, of course the Lord was here. He's, but still the Lord is here through us. Small fires, but hey man, we burn, don't we? We can burn that karma. Small fire burns too. The Lord Chaitanya was a big fire, but hey man, small fires have the same flame. Are you serious? Good, bad? Come here. Laced, realish what we have. I don't know what you're talking about there, Karuna. Let's see. She loves you. Yeah, she loves Krishna. This is what the bottom line is. All I'm doing is presenting the Lord and the Lord's devotees and their teachings and everything. So if anybody loves here, what's going on here, you're actually loving the Lord. You're loving his philosophy. You're loving his name and his pastimes. That's all I'm presenting here. So speak a word there. Give us a word there, Lalita. Say something.
I don't know what to say. I'm completely drunk. I really am completely drunk. I'm swimming in the truth.
You like the truth, huh?
I know that. I really, yeah. Yeah, it's the food of the soul. That's why we come to be fed and then to feed the Lord ourselves. Meanwhile, it's just, I just love it. I just love to listen and try to understand everything that you say.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah. I started to feel more and more free too. Free to just express whatever. Just put it out, man. Yeah. That means the Lord's feeling more free. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's see what else here. A little bit more here. Okay. So such materialists. Oh, wait. Yeah. So similarly to materialists, his own blood is as sweet as honey, and although he is always harassed by his own material creations, he does not wish to escape. That's an interesting statement. Harassed by his material creations. See, materialistic thought does that. See, you're creating things. You create the actions and reactions by being in the modes of nature, passion, ignorance. See, harassed by these reactions. The modes are pushing you, pushing you to act, and so you act in the mode of passion. You're creating and you're harassed by those creations. You create a family and friends, right? And responsibilities and all that stuff. And they harass you. Your children that give you problems, your husband, your wife. See, you create, the modes of nature created all these things. So you're harassed by your creations. So, well, how do you solve this problem? You got to turn your attention to Krishna. In our line, it's Krishna. God is our Krishna, is your Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. Turn your attention. And then you're harassed by the spiritual creation. And then Krishna starts harassing you, but it's great. It's fantastic. He starts saying, hey, listen to me. Wake up, Gauri Das. You're sleeping too much. God, it's only 1 o'clock, Lord. He harasses me. I tell you, man, 1 friggin' o'clock. Wake up. Time for bhajan. He knew nobody was on, so wake me up. Okay, I got to have my coffee. That's okay. See, harassed by the spiritual creator. Not only creation. Creator, there's no creation. It always is. He's always there. You just become aware. He starts harassing you. Hey, Tanya, I want your attention, man. You're sleeping too much. So it's a good kind of harassment. I like it because once I get going, I get into it. Otherwise, your attention will be in something material, and then all these creations come because of your being implicated in the modes of nature, and then see. So that's why the practice is to keep running to the Lord. Come to Sadhu Sangha, keep hearing these truths, and it gets more and more like, all right, yeah, it's natural. Yeah, let's just live in the truth, man. Stay set free. Everything else is you're set in glue, the world. It keeps being set out there. No, let's be set in Krishna. See, set free. Or set free in God. See, this is our preaching here. I mean, our preachers just will as the draconian gets more cracked down, we crack up more laughter. They crack down, we crack up, man. We just laugh at it, man. They're just sitting very serious and try to get people in fear. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. They think they're laughing all the way to the bank, but their thing is really hard, man. We're laughing all the way. We have the bank, man. Our banker is the Lord. Everything is in him, even them. So we're laughing all the way to the bank. Those who develop ecstatic worship of the Lord, they laugh a lot, man. They're laughing their way to the bank. Literally, right to Krishna. He's the banker. He's got all the wealth, man. You become wealthy because he's got all the wealth. Isn't that the way it is? He's got all the wealth, man. So such materialists are called karmis. See, always harassed by the material creation. He does not wish to escape. Such materialists are called karmis. Out of hundreds and thousands of karmis, only a few may feel tired of material engagement and desire to get out of the labyrinth. Yeah, after a while you get tired. Out of hundreds and thousands. That's why, we're doing good to have like 10 people listening I think it might more or less the same people to listen every day. That means you want to get out, obviously, because I ain't helping you get into that. I'm helping you get out of that. I'm helping myself get out of that by engaging in devotional service, agreeing to engage in devotional service. See? And look, out of hundreds and thousands, we got 10, we got about 30 people, I would say more or less serious about what we're doing. And it gets more and more the more you hear, the more I hear, the more you guys hear, the more you come, you start seeing this is real, this is tangible, this is a tangible escape route. And then especially as the new world order out there, the big brother, the big asshole comes after you, the big ass in the sky starts farting all over you, and your life becomes really smelly and helly. You're like, then you start looking over here more seriously because, hey, man, we do have an escape route. To me, this is the best one. Yeah, we escape in the Lord practically. You're around people that have made the escape. They have the route. You remember, in the Nazi Germany, they had people you wanted to escape. There were people, they were, they could help you. You want to escape this? You got Big Brother out there. Your only alternative, listen to Big Brother over here. I mean, maybe you got to find people who've escaped this health and are escaping it. We hold the line. See, the line of escape here. Otherwise, you got Big Brother over here lying to you. That's the dark creation of the Lord, his shadow. And you listen over there, all you get is more fear, more I'm going to be. It's a lie, man. You just nothing but lies and schemes and treachery, deception. That's the dark creation of the Lord. No, look at the light, man. It's a much better deal. Look at my life, man. My life is fantastic. Look at Lolita's life, even though she has some bodily stuff still. Look at her. She's smiling. She's happy. She's drunk in God. She loves getting stoned on the Lord. She doesn't need drugs or anything. She's stoned on the Lord. See? This is the preaching here. This is, we're just, Prabhupada wanted people to discuss his verses and his purports, so make it really, really clear, even to the gross materialists. That's the purpose. I tell you, people, they can understand. We're clarifying what Prabhupada said. Make it really tangible, like the materialists can see, hey, man, there is an escape we can do. Hey, man, we're escaping. You got to see. Escape artists. We're escape artists here. Houdinis. You got to find Houdini. Yeah, he can just escape these things. What is that, man? We escape Maya. You come over here, you got to find the Lalita Houdini. She's a Houdinius. Yeah, she's escaping Maya. Maya trying to, bar her and everything. She just gets just right out of her. Look at her. She escaped, even here in the body. She's free.
Yeah, it's transcendental escape. It's just like when Jesus came, everybody was hoping and expecting that somebody would save them from the Romans. They were suppressed. It was a very bad time.
Yeah.
But he came with this transcendental escape.
The transcendental escape.
The real one. The real one.
He said he escaped. He said I saw Satan falling from the heavens. See, we're doing the same thing. That Satan is the mode of goodness from the heavens. It's still an illusion, man. It's fallen, man. Hey, man. As far as I'm concerned, everything that demigods and demons, they're both obstacles. They can help them both. I escaped from that. I don't need, demigods have no influence at planets, none of that bullshit, man. Planetary influence. I'm influenced by the Supreme Personality, Godhead, man. And you want to be influenced by that? You want to be really sovereign? You got to be like this. You got to be set free in the Lord, man. And in your relationship with Radha and Krishna, now that's sovereignty. Otherwise, you're just trying to be sovereign in the body. Yeah, sovereign with your, I'm sovereign because I'm not dependent on the government. See? Really? See, you're trying to be sovereign in yourself, and that is an illusion. See? I'm sovereign in the government, and my government is Radha and Krishna, right? they're the best government, man. Now I have real sovereignty. Everybody else is looking for sovereignty in something more or less material, subtle or gross. Still material. I'm teaching here sovereignty in God, the true Lord. Oops. Try again there, River. Doesn't this get clear, man? More clear every day, man, all these things. All right. So such materialists are called karmis. Out of hundreds and thousands of karmis, only a few may feel tired of material engagement. Okay? Well, a lot of people are getting tired of material engagement, you notice? Because it's getting really hard and people are looking. So I'm telling anybody that's looking, anybody watching comes across this video, you can escape this. It works what we're doing here. You can be happy even here now. Happy in the Lord, in his name, even if you didn't believe in God or Krishna, because a lot of people have messed up the reputation of God. They've certainly done it in ISKCON, showing gurus and all that, they're pedophiles and all this. People, a lot of people think ISKCON is a cult, right? They look at, oh, that's a cult. Look at that. They got suits against millions of dollars of suits against gurus. Eh? No, you got to show your real guru is what we do here. Your real guru is a person who can show you how to be in the Lord transcendentally and be happy. That's it. Then you become a decent person. Automatically. They can't become decent because they didn't make it yet. They need this shiksha, and otherwise they're going to die as Vaidhi bhaktas or hypocrites and liars and cheaters, like people have died in all religions, right? This hypocrisy and lying and cheating is still there in religion. We have abandoned as anybody. So if you want to escape materialistic Vaishnavism and materialistic Christianity, materialistic Muslimism, materialistic world, whatever it is, you got to be with those who are in the real transcendental creation of God. It's not a creation, the transcendental manifestation of the Lord's eternal world, worlds, actually. And that's the only escape from this, really. Otherwise, look at religion. They're telling you that they're materialistic. They believe they're in fear. Gurus are in fear and taking this. You got to be in fear and not thinking straight. You got to be influenced by those who are influencing people on the mental platform. See? That's why that's happening there. That means you cannot take your disciples all the way. This is, that's why they're doing brainwashing and what do you call mind control and all that. That doesn't affect on the mind. The effect on my mind is the Lord. See, that's what you got to do. That's how you escape the mind control of his darkness and the Maya. People can't escape. It's amazing. The Lord is making it so. Making like there's not much choice you're getting, because now people's minds are controlled even subliminally. One guy, these people, they said, I would never get this, right? One day I don't know what happened to me. They implant thoughts in your mind with all their technology. And if you're still on the level of the mind and identified, those thoughts go in there and you act on it. See, that can't touch those who are protected by the Lord. You're protected by the transcendental Lord. He gives you all protection. See, that's why you got to go beyond religion. People, I'm telling you, Vaishnavas, you can't go beyond religion until you have this kind of protection. You have to know how to surrender to the Lord. See? And, like that 18th chapter. Yeah. Yeah. To those who, what Krishna says,
Surrender.
surrender unto me. Surrender unto me. Abandon all varieties of religion. I will give you protection. See, you got to get that. That's what we have here. We act like that. The Lord gives us protection. See, but you got to connect with the transcendental Lord. What I'm seeing is showing religion ain't strong enough, man. You got to get the gold standard now. You got to get the real guru who is really connected with the transcendental Lord. And then you figured it out. People have the ability now to do that. I mean, we have the actual situation. We have the association here. Okay? Otherwise, the Lord's taking you out. You're believing in the world and worldly people and the deceivers and the liars and the cheaters. This is that time. It's prophesied even in the Bible. There'll be a time people's love will grow cold. See? Or it's already cold. It's still cold. See, cold love. See, our love is not growing cold. You notice? More and more. See, so we're because we're on this path. Okay, a little bit more here. All right. So, but Vyasadeva, being the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, could foresee the misuse of Vedanta Sutra by unscrupulous men, and therefore he personally supplemented the Vedanta Sutra with the Bhagavat Purana. It is clearly said that this Bhagavatam is the original commentary on Brahma Sutras. Okay, all right, we're going to go on a new track here for a while. All right, that was good. That was my contribution. All right, Lalita, read us something here.
Okay.
Something rasic.
I still have my book open about Haridas Thakur.
Go ahead, keep going on that.
Yeah. I read a little bit more yesterday in my own video.
Why don't you start from there? Start from where you read, because I also read some more about that. Also, yesterday in my video.
I haven't seen your. Okay. I stopped where I left. I start where I left.
Where you left off. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, glory to you, Sri Guru Haridas Maharajacharya. Oh, glory to you. Oh, glories to Srila Prabhupada, to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, to Jagannath Babaji, Bhaktivinod Thakur. Oh, glories to Lord Nityananda. Oh, glories to Lord Chaitanya. Oh, glories to Srimati Radharani, Bhakti Devi. Holy Spirit. Oh, glory to you. Oh, glory to Krishna. Esoteric truth. Importance of all importances. Source of all sources. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to Srila Haridas Thakur. People would gather around him just to see the unrestricted tears of Krishna Prem that flowed profusely from his eyes, drenching his entire body. Even the strictest atheist marveled at his behavior. Horripilation swelled across his body like thousands, like thousands of blooming flowers. And even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva were amazed, were amazed by his devotion. In the village of Pulia, even the ritualistic Brahmins, they were sincerely impressed, if not astonished, by Srila Dasa Thakura's spiritual ecstasies. The people of the village, they held the saint in full respect. And having won their trust, he lived there quite peacefully. He bathed daily in the Ganga, and he roamed freely, chanting the Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you see, he's chanting in ecstasy. You know, he roamed free. See, we roam free here too. That when you chant in ecstasy, you become free. You're set free. You know, this is why the Lord came with the greatest method, man. You know, and if you come and chant with ecstatic chanters, very quickly you become like that, or you become very attracted to hearing. Like a lot of, not all devotees were the chanter. Some would chant verses. They'd like to read the Bhagavatam out loud or something because it's all the name. You know, so it's great. It's fantastic.
The local Muslim magistrate authority, they known as the Qazi, became envious of Haridas Thakura for his popularity, and he reported to the Nawab, the ruling Muslim landholder. This man is acting like a Hindu. Arrest him and punish him appropriately. The envious words of the sinful Qazi sparked an immediate response from the equally sinful Nawab, and Haridas Thakura was arrested and brought forth, having received the mercy of Lord Krishna. Haridas, he had neither fear of the Muslim authorities, not even of death himself. That's his fearlessness that you receive of the Lord.
Yeah, yeah. See, you become fearless in the name, man. Even that was a pastime of the Lord. Usually devotees don't have troubles, but the Lord wanted to show this beautiful pastime. That's why if you see a devotee has troubles or something, it's a pastime of the Lord's. You know, it's to show something, teach something. He didn't. So he was in that. You know, was not even caring about
There's
it.
no room for fear.
No,
It's just
he's in love. You know, in love with God.
Not even the death himself he was fearful for. With the name of with the name of the Lord on his lips, Haridas appeared before the Nawab. And when devotees and other pious persons in the locality of the Nawab's palace heard that the saint Haridas was coming, they were extremely happy. But when they subsequently learned that he was coming as a captive of the Muslim ruler, they were horrified. Previously, many religious people had been terrorized and incarcerated by the Muslims. These prisoners were happy to learn that Haridas might be joining them, his presence. His presence in their miserable situation would certainly eradicate their suffering. The prisoners, they even requested the prison wardens to allow them unrestricted association. With Srila Haridas. And when Srila Thakura was brought into the prison, he looked compassionately at all the prisoners, who immediately prostrated themselves at his lotus feet. His long, graceful arms, which extended to his knees, his lotus eyes, and his charming moon-like face enchanted everyone. They offered their most sincere respect to the saints and love for Krishna. love for Krishna stirred.
See, this is again, this is the essence.
Yeah.
What you need, here this happened, right? 550 years ago, these devotees, they gave their sincere respect to who? Somebody who represents the true Lord, a real devotee.
Yeah.
You got that again now in devotees. You see devotees chanting in ecstasy. All that people need to do is offer their sincere respect, and they will make spiritual progress very easily and very quickly. See? Because that same kind of situation is here again. You have ecstatic chanters here who chanting the holy names like Haridas. Well, maybe not to the extent. I mean, he did 300,000 names, and they was like so personal there, right there when Lord Chaitanya was there. But still, devotees have received the mercy, and then that mercy can be carried off to others also. He's like the Lord. He gave people the ability to chant Hare Krishna with taste. And then even before they were perfect, they could spread this to others. Or they're actually already perfect, but become more perfect, more perfect, more perfect. More ecstatic, just on and on forever. And that's it, man. That's really the thing, is to find those who are like that sincerely. Because when you offer your sincere respect to real devotees, if you know how to discern what is a real devotee who is an ecstatic devotee, not just a neophyte guru or a neophyte follower who is just absorbed in rules and regulations, but actually an advanced, liberated soul who is advanced because of their intimate, ecstatic worship of God. See, and you give respect there, very quickly you'll realize Krishna. You'll very quickly, you'll make quick spiritual progress. It's all leading to meeting those kinds of persons that this book is telling you here. I'm just commenting on it to make it clear. So, because if you don't hear, you just pass over these things thinking that it's just a story. No, it's an ecstatic story, and it also has deep meaning. We're meant to look for that example in life. See, that's where true salvation is, or beyond that even. Is giving sincere respect to real devotees. We have real devotees in our Sangha who have real bhakti, and those who give respect to these real devotees will very quickly advance. Otherwise, you got very long process, and look what's happening, and people. Anyway, this is the best way. Go ahead there, Lolita.
It's really, really so fantastic that I have this association with him now, with this devotee, with this Haridas Thakur. It's so deep. You feel how holy he is. My God.
Yeah.
That's really fantastic.
Yeah, it's a playful holy, not this holy. It's ecstatic, playful. It's this, whole the Vrindavan mood. Very, very childlike.
And feeling attracted to him.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it was like it's just because you're attracted because you're like him. It's
yeah. That's a proof that he's in those books.
Really. Proof that he's in you.
Yeah.
That's most important.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding.
Oh my goodness. They offered their most sincere respects to the saints, and love for Krishna stirred in their hearts. Srila Haridas Thakur was pleased with the tremendous devotion that had grown in the hearts of the prisoners. And he blessed them. Just remain as you are. However, the miserable prisoners, they couldn't grasp the depth of that blessing. And they felt quite dejected. Haridas Haridas could see their misunderstanding and compassionately he explained himself. My blessing to you is that you will remain as you are. But please, don't feel dejected. I could never wish you any misfortune. I simply desire that the love you now feel for Krishna should always remain the same. This is the most beautiful wish you can wish for somebody. From now on, chant Lord Krishna's name and constantly remember his pastimes. Inspiring one another or retain your present devotion to Krishna. Violence and tyranny are absent in the spiritual world.
There's violence and tyranny. That's see, inspire one another. This is our sadhu sangha. We inspire one another here. That's what it's about, man. It's encouraging one another, inspiring. And otherwise, what do we got? I mean, this is why you don't need four walls to do this. You can even by the computer. We have a room here, inspiring one another with the truth. The truth is inspiring. This is people they just don't know that. They don't know what is the truth. We have this truth in a disciplic line. See, it only comes in the disciplic line. Especially this truth, man. This is fantastic. This is marvelous. I mean, this information about who God is and what God is and his pastimes, his philosophy. Wow. I've always found so much so. I love it. I feel, man, so happy living in this.
There
You
is
know?
nothing.
Yeah.
It's a transformation.
So somebody said randomly found this stream. What's going on here? Okay, let's just spend. Okay, what's going on here? Thank you for asking. Actually, so anyway, you may not see the comment, but somebody met from because I'm streaming on. It looks like maybe Twitch and other things. What's going on here is a spiritual connection. We're connecting in a disciplic line, a lineage, and we have access to very deep truths here, and we discuss them, and we chant together these mantras, these names that lift our consciousness to a higher vibration, to where we feel really happy, spiritually happy, and we talk about truths of the spiritual dimension of consciousness that come from this lineage. And they're very enlivening and very freeing of our minds and make people here very happy. So you can come and listen and ask questions too, like you're doing, like there. And we'll bring you up to speed. Okay, go ahead there, Lolita.
Yeah. Violence and tyranny are absent in the spiritual world. So sincerely cry out for Krishna, for Krishna's help, and constantly think of him. When you are released from this prison, neither return to your old materialistic ways.
Isn't that amazing? Violence and tyranny don't exist in the spiritual world. I love that. Tyranny is only here, and tyranny is just a lack of this our soul being awakened to this truth, awakened that we're actually spirit, and we have that spirit has a connection with the source. That source is God, and so people have different understandings of that, Lord, and so that connection with Krishna, and is our connection here, is frees us from tyranny. That's another beautiful thing. You want to be free of tyranny? This is the way to do it. Otherwise, everything is a temporary fix. People have great hope in different ways other than connecting with God. Okay? This is where real freedom from tyranny is. And you can experience it now. I don't feel tyrannized, I'm not experiencing that. Even if that came down, like Haridas, his body was being harassed by tyrants, but he was feeling, by being in ecstatic chanting, you get so much freedom, so much real happiness, that even though your circumstances in this world may be of whatever it is, maybe you're in a hellish dream, like now. It's a dream, hellish dream. Could be in a heavenly dream. You could be in heaven. Doesn't matter. You're in the Lord and you're transcendentally happy, not materially happy. Material happiness comes and goes. But this spiritual happiness is eternal, and it gets inflamed just by engaging in discussions about Krishna. They call that devotional service, serving God's purpose. The Lord, we become in tune with that vibration of the highest manifestation of God. He likes to engage in devotional service with his devotees. We're becoming his devotees and beginning to love what he does. He loves to engage in devotional service, serving his devotees in ecstasy. And also serving the world. I mean, I found this very ecstatic to preach like this. to preach to the world, to share, because everybody is actually ultimately the Lord's devotee, whether they know it or not. Doesn't matter. They're still serving the Lord. We're serving the modes of nature. You're serving the Lord. Did you know that? You're serving the mode of ignorance, serving the mode of passion, serving the mode of goodness. See, so you're serving the Lord. The Lord is these modes. See, it's always that's our nature, is to serve. But hey, you want to be liberated from the mode service. The mode service are modi, man. It inspires a mood that is material, and it's usually not so good. See, so here he's inspired by the transcendental Lord. Isn't that great? By chanting his names in ecstasy. And at least seeing the devotees, see those devotees, they saw Haridas, who was an ecstatic chanter. Haridas was living in the true God. See, and in relationship with the true God. That's their great example here. They come here to show us what is real, what is eternal, what is the essence of truth. See, all these things you can learn here by persons who are experienced devotees. Not those who are trying to figure it out. The mature devotees have figured it out here. Oh yeah, I just go and figure. I just figure in the Lord. I just stay with God. I stay with his pastimes. I stay in sadhu sangha. I mean, what else do I need to do? I don't need any rules or regulations. I mean, strict. I mean, everybody has to follow rules. If you want to be in the mode of goodness for your body, you want it to be healthy, you want it to live longer, well, you got to be regulated. Some people here need to learn some friggin' regulation. Got to regulate your habits and all of that, regular eating, maybe don't eat so much, fast sometimes. You could be a decent regulative. You don't have to go See, if you don't have this, you have to go overboard. All of a sudden, it's all about regulation. It's all about fasting. It's all about rules. All about see, that's all material. See? No, to me, it's really all about, worshiping the Lord like this, being protected and purified by ecstatically relating to God intimately like this, which is the most powerful. Everything is there. And then, you just got to be in, have some common sense, which you get automatically. Yeah. Okay, there are many mirrors of Christianity, but isn't it? See, there are many mirrors of Christianity, but it isn't.
Maybe you think we are Christians? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what he... you got to explain yourself a little bit more there.
The love of God.
Okay, the love of God affecting your spirit and... Oh, the love of God affecting your spirit and afterlife. Yeah, see, that's the essence. It's all about love of God. It affects us now and the after. Even now, people, this is the example. If you find true lovers of God, where you can see, oh, there is tangibleness to God. There's some religion is God and promises the pearly gates and, but it's not really tangible. It's just they try to hook you in by controlling you mentally, often by trickery and by guilt, guilt things and shame. And you believe them, so, but that's also, it's like the world. It's not just maybe a step up. It's the love of God here, man. It's the love of God that does everything. That's our work here, is to quickly awaken this love for that transcendental Lord in people. Okay? And that's good for now and in the afterlife. Okay, go ahead. Oh, wait, false prophets also in the Bible. I find this incredibly interesting. Yeah. It's, well, I speak from uh, like the common denominators. What is the common denominator in the Bible and the Vedas? There's common denominators because the essence is spiritual. The essence is spiritual, and so that's, we speak from that place. And so they got false prophets and false gurus. All right, read this, somebody.
Being a part of the association of Sri Raghuram Haridas and the Amazing Grace Place has allowed me perceive the world in a much more transcendental way, which continues to increase. That's nice. Keeping Krishna, Guru, and the devotees in my thoughts and interactions has transformed the quality of my life in a way I never imagined to be possible. It's truly amazing and gets better all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how it grows with her, how this is growing every day.
Yeah, she was telling me yesterday that she thinks about this all the time now. It's like almost like an obsession, but that's transcendental. It's good. Otherwise, you're obsessing over the world. She says, yeah, sometimes I'm thinking about, because what she has to do, like everybody. But then when that's done, it just automatically, just Shama Sun said the same thing, Shama Sundari, something similar. She's, in the world and all, but then this comes to her, the mantra comes and starts to live in her. This is how, the Lord comes after you, which is good for us. The Lord starts working automatically. Just, you can't get away. You don't want to get away because it feels so good to be with God. This is part of the teaching. Be with his the truth about the Lord, and not with the illusion, the dark creation. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead there, Lolita. Read some.
Violence and tyranny are absent in the spiritual world, so sincerely cry out for Krishna's help and constantly think of him. When you are released from this prison, neither return to your old materialistic ways, nor associate with degraded or sinful people, because one can never cultivate love for the Supreme Lord Krishna by living a mundane life. You should know that Krishna is unobtainable for the materialistic person. A materially engrossed mind is shaped by unwanted, mischievous desires. The attachment for wife, children, family, and other such illusions brings about destruction. If by divine arrangement any person reaches the platform of pure devotion towards Krishna, certain realization dawn upon him, and he gradually becomes detached from material life, giving himself instead to the worship of the Supreme Lord.
Yeah, you see more and more. So Vaidhi is meant to get you deeper, and this gets really juicy. So you give yourself really more and more like this, and then you become detached from the world more. It just doesn't interest you to spend all your time doing all that. Because this is more real. this is real, and the other is, just, well, we're here and we're living. But this is real. This is we become more real this way, more into the truth, and where it becomes, it's like breathing. It's like, oh yeah, worshiping Krishna is like breathing.
The
It's got to be.
perfect feeling.
Yeah. You have, it's like you want to live, otherwise this is not life here. People are, when you're in the modes of nature, it's not real life yet. You have to be born again, like Jesus said, to enter the kingdom. Otherwise, yeah. Oops. Yeah. And otherwise, you on the outside, you're you're not liberated yet. So this is where real life is. That's what the sadhu sanghas that get us more and more deeper into this, more experience of this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, if that person returns to his materialistic mind, his materialistic life, his mind will certainly become contaminated by capricious, mischievous desires. I certainly do not want you to remain prisoners forever, but I do pray that you develop a distaste for material pleasures. Please chant the holy name of the Lord. My blessing was meant to free you from your present miserable condition and ensure that you remain happy in love of Krishna. I look upon everyone equally and wish the best for all living entities. I pray that you may develop unflinching devotion for Krishna.
Yeah, this distaste for material pleasures kind of triggered somebody yesterday, I think. Maybe it was Sachi or something. This thing is, again, in a different culture, different time. Material pleasures is your body is going to be naturally, you can't help it. If you eat a tasty meal, you're going to taste something good. And it's not about negating the goodness of the world. There is good in the world. It's even Lord Chaitanya taught. He told Raghunath, enjoy the world befittingly. That's all. And because there is enjoyment here, and you don't have to that's that dry artificial renunciation thing.
Yeah.
Not necessary, because there are pleasures in this world, and they will be enjoyed befittingly when you're taking the true pleasure. I mean, the truest pleasure, the one that endures forever. All the Lord is looking for is, hey, can you tell what's eternal, and can you tell what's temporary? That's all. We're in a tent. We got these bodies. If you stop enjoying a good meal, then you'll die. Because then you won't be able to digest. Part of it is the system, the way it works. If you stop desiring to have sex, the world will not go on. It's that simple. But don't think sex is spiritual. No, spiritual is spiritual. Sex is sex. Love for a woman or a man is love for a woman and a man. That's part of the world. It's a chemical reactions and all that stuff. And there's that. And then, but love for God is an eternal, immortal, natural consequence of the awakened soul. To who they really. Yeah. So just, we're living in two worlds in that sense. It's okay. There's no problem. It doesn't have to be dry the world, distaste for the world. No, I mean, everything will be in balance, befittingly. That's really the sacred, and that's why I teach this way. Give people a taste for what's real, and then everything becomes balanced. Otherwise, it's, people are trying to renounce the world so that they can get a taste for this. I mean, this is better. I mean, hey, get a taste for this. Come here, be around people that have a taste for the holy name of Krishna. They're tasting the ecstasy of chanting. Be around people like that. See, and very quickly you begin to get a taste for hearing about these juicy topics, and you start to like to talk about Krishna or to hear about Krishna. See, like this, and then everything, you may have your life here or whatever, maybe some problems, and they get less. You make advancement. All right, what do we got here? Okay, is this guy saying anything? Whose computer is that?
Mine, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem. Yeah. Hey, I think I need to take some rest now.
You had a class of 3 hours.
Is it 3 hours already? 3 hours more. And 15. 3:15. That's pretty good.
Went very fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fast. I mean, if I wasn't tired, I just got up a little early. I think I could use a few Z's. Okay. See, I can enjoy my little sleep too. Krishna, he harassed me enough. I got up, I did my duty, and it was great. Loved it. If anybody missed any of this, they can watch the replay. It's very good. Very interesting talk. I'm already looking forward to reading more and hearing more, chanting more. It's great. Never gets old, does it? Isn't it? I love something like that. It never gets old. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's talk about for reincarnation. Yeah, reincarnation is part of this knowledge too there, Mr. Nothingness. Yeah, reincarnation is part of it, but it's not it's like we're talking more about how to transcend the reincarnation cycle. So we practically do that. You can do that here. And so we do that by chanting and developing a taste for this name, this mantra. It's spiritual, it's transcendental. It cuts you free from the cycle of rebirth, cycle of reincarnation. So if the people here can come to the point of chanting and tasting the ecstatic bliss and rapture and ecstasy in this name, you cut that cycle very easily. It's just cut, no more. Okay? It's that simple. We teach real simple spirituality here. Yeah. We teach, we actually help people get an actual experience of what is spirit and and you can understand what is matter in that way. Okay. Okay. Should I want to what? Okay. Well, maybe some Karuna or somebody can continue talking to him. If it'd be better is if you come on to Facebook. You can come on to Facebook, make some friends with our Facebook people here.
Yeah, he says, I don't know, if I were to die tonight, I would have comfort knowing I come to life as I know it.
I don't know, if I were to die tonight, I would have comfort knowing I have come to life as I know it. Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah, maybe maybe you have to explain that a little bit more later. I like physical. Yeah, well, yeah, it's good to like the physical. I mean, we got a physical body. You better like it than hate it. Hate is a low vibration. High vibration is to feel good in your body, right? To feel good inside. So if you, again, if you regulate your sleep, you regulate your eating, stuff like, you're going to feel better in your body. So, it's good to do that. Okay. So keep on coming, my friends. Keep on coming, Mr. Nothingness, and you'll, see a lot of things. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you later.